help us in our ongoing recovery. My family learned that they weren't in this by themselves. One Warrior Project definitely saves lives. I am living proof that this organization works.
Everybody, Republican attorneys general from 10 states filing an amicus brief with the Supreme Court urging the justices there to overturn a Pennsylvania court decision to count mail-in ballots that arrived after Election Day. We're now joined by one of those AGs filing that brief, Leslie Rutledge. She's the Attorney General of the great state of Arkansas. Lady, I appreciate you taking the time. Can you fill the audience in about your brief and the challenge the GOP has filed in Pennsylvania?
Well, thank you so much for having me on. This is absolutely imperative that the Supreme Court of the United States look at this, because essentially what has happened is that the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania has overstepped its authority. It's disregarded the laws passed by the Pennsylvania legislature, and it's now
Go play with Dixie. Go play with
ballots
Dixie.
that were not postmarked by Election Day to come floating in up to 3 days after the election ended on November 3rd. However, these officials in the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania have said, no, the election didn't end on Wednesday. We're going to keep it going until we have, well, they don't say until we have enough ballots, but that is essentially the outcome. And so these 10 attorneys general are simply asking the Supreme Court to step in because the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overstepped.
Right, and let me ask you what the law says in Pennsylvania, because my understanding is it was executives there in Pennsylvania who overrode existing law to pass this nonsense, and then the Supreme Court, some there in Pennsylvania, validated it. I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, that's right, and the election clause is simply that the legislatures are the one to set the election process in these states. However, just as you noted, the executives overstepped that. The Supreme Court of Pennsylvania agreed with them, allowing ballots to come in which were not postmarked 3 days after the election.
Wow, and that's absolutely unreal, of course. Now, if those ballots that have been streaming in and turning that state from a Trump state to a Biden state, if they're disallowed, if they're too late, it's after Election Day, they can't be allowed and counted, what do you think that's going to do to the total?
Well, we don't know. We want every legal vote to be counted. However, what we don't want are for these ballots to come floating in without anyone knowing when they were mailed. They could have been mailed on Wednesday and arrived on Friday. I don't know how good the United States Postal Service is in parts of Pennsylvania. So we need to know when these ballots were mailed, who they were mailed by, but we want every legal vote to count. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania overstepped its constitutional authority, as I said earlier. That's why these 10 state attorneys general from across the country